All right, let's talk about Bill C-10 for a quick moment here. There are so many things wrong with this bill, but there are two groups of people that are mainly impacted by it. One, the viewers, you and me, the people that go on YouTube and enjoy online content. And two, those who enjoy generating or creating content and then posting it on YouTube. Now, of course, both of these groups are absolutely necessary in order for the world of the internet to succeed and thrive. Okay, so now the government is actually going to restrict the choices that we have available online, in particular on platforms such as YouTube or TikTok. So of course that has a big impact on us as the viewers. But further to that, the government is also going to downgrade or upgrade information or content based on just how Canadian it is. Now, that is based on some arbitrary definition determined by some bureaucrat in some back room somewhere. But the point is this: there is going to be content that is bumped up and there's going to be content that is hidden way back based on its level of Canadianness. Now, I would present to you, and many experts would as well, that this is incredibly discriminatory and actually an attack on our freedom of expression and our own ability to access the thoughts and the beliefs and the opinions and the artistic expressions that we would wish to access. Okay. The other thing, though, that's going on here is that the government is going to be dictating what is Canadian and what is not Canadian, rather than the Canadian people being able to determine that. Seems a little bit shameful to me. But in doing that, they're actually going to be discriminating against diversity. They're actually going to be attacking diverse thought, diverse opinion, diverse expressions of artistic merit. Because they're going to determine some arbitrary definition of Canadian, and then that's the only thing that they're going to promote, or at least that's what they're going to give preference to. Now, let's look at this here for a moment, shall we? The government continuously uses this phrase, the Prime Minister in particular, that diversity is our strength. He quotes it all the time. Okay, fair enough. Diversity makes Canada great. I'll give him that. Which means you should want to protect diversity. You should want to promote diversity. You should want to allow for diverse thought to be out there. No, not with this government. No, they don't. Instead, they actually want to censor what is being said, what is being expressed, what is being promoted online. And that's exactly what Bill C-10 will do. Now, the sad thing is that it'll actually disproportionately go after members of minority groups. So think Lily Singh, for example. Okay, so she's an Indo-Canadian, resides in Canada, produces from Canada, talks about a lot of Canadian things, but not always. I mean, certainly moose and beavers are not a part of every single one of her show, let's put it that way. So she would not make the cut for Canadian content. So she gets demoted. There are so many other producers, so many other content creators, so many other artists out there that will have the exact same thing happen to them with Bill C-10. It will censor speech. It will demote diversity, or hinder, I should say, diversity of thought. Okay. Now, I am hearing this again and again and again from leaders within these minority groups because they know that they are going to be among the hardest hit if Bill C-10 comes into effect. Today I asked the minister about this. He wasn't able to answer. So the parliamentary secretary piped in instead. And she answers with this ridiculous bout of talking points. So then that comes to an end. Then I ask again another question. And again, she pulls up the exact same talking points and uses them for a second time. They didn't address my question. They didn't acknowledge the attack on diversity. They didn't defend Canadians. And it's so sad. This bill right now is being pushed through at committee. Now, I'm doing everything I can. My Conservative colleagues are doing everything they can. Together, we are fighting to make sure that this bill does not move forward because we believe that it is a flawed piece of legislation that will have a hugely detrimental impact on all Canadians, but in particular, those that are a part of minority groups. I mean, at the end of the day, government-approved diversity is not diversity, and government-sanctioned choice is not true choice. And so as Canadians, I believe we have a responsibility to stand up and speak out against what this government is doing. Please add your voice to the mix. Write to the Heritage Minister, Share this on your Facebook page. Talk to you soon.